I'd like to find out what is all this religion, church, Bible stuff about. So here we have a Assyrian god, Sargon II it is, and not that he's just wearing the Maltese cross right here that we see on the Pope's clothes. He's also got a mitra up there, then a sun, then there is a moon with a star inside. He's got the compass there, and this might be Venus or a 8-pointed star, and he's like pointing towards something as well. So what does this old kind of symbology, and even the staff here from the fertility god, the Egypt one, have to do with our times we're living in? Why did those symbols make it? You know, there you have it, a bigger. Well, here it says he was Sargon, and an Assyrian king he was. He really lived. That's not like a myth or something. Here you see him again. And here we have Dagon. That's the one that is the fish god that gave the Pope the mitra. So let's read about the fish god, deity, chief deity of the Philistines, and the worship of this pagan god dates back the 3rd millennium BC. And Dagon was the father of Baal. He was the fish god. Dag in Hebrew means fish, and he was represented as a half man, half fish creature. So from this fish creature our Pope has the mitra. And let's see what our church that we still can go and look at. That's Inanna, a Sumerian goddess. She's got bull horns, and we've got this one that we're gonna see in the architecture of the Pope in Rome right now. And there is a lion. She's like capturing the lion. So far we can say that. So here we got this sign again. The arrows indicate where the shadow gets to halt at certain times during the year. But every gardener knows that every valley has a different climate. So this one doesn't really help anyone if you're standing on earth and you know at any time throughout the year what season you have. Because of a sundial right there, that one doesn't help. Also, I see no garden around here, so that one must be for something else, and I'm gonna show you. So that thing in the middle is supposed to be an obelisk. That one means Baal's stick or Baal's reproduction organ, and Baal was the father of this Dagon, father of Baal. Dagon was. So there you have it. it made it into a letter in the Egyptian hieroglyphic system. That one. It's the hieroglyph for the sun god Amun. So, what does our church celebrate most? It's Christmas, when the tree is in full glow. Nimrod was hailed, and one did eat and drink and give presents to each other, and all to honor the sky goddess and the son of her. Semiramis is the sky goddess, and Tammuz and Nimrod are her sons. And so Nimrod is important to hail him, because we still have Christmas since Nimrod, which is a legend. He is mentioned in the Bible, and he is the son of Cush, so he is the great grandson of Noah. So he came also after the flood, but people say he's just a legend. He's the real ones, the names of these kings that he's representing are Tukulti, Ninurta, etc. So, and he's not even responsible for the rising, like Nimrod, Semiramis and Tammuz is this three gods that belong together, that are dying and rising again. So here it says the problem for Nimrod is that the mythology of a dying and rising god who was a consort to Mother Earth is well attested in the iconography of the earliest Neolithic. It is found, for example, in the Anatolian site of Catalhuyuk, usually dated to 7000 BC. So Nimrod was much later, so he is not responsible for this dying and coming to life again. During December we have the darkest times in year. So you could say the sun goes away, and for 7 days it's so cold because she's far away and dark. Everybody knows this in Europe. So you can say that it's about this sun disappearing and coming back right then when we have Christmas. So this is the fish god, just a Google search, and you see that he made it through the flood or something. Well, he's the father of Baal. He's even earlier than Baal, and Baal we're going to see later on. So you see his fish head, and he's closed with a fish because of the flood, I guess. We don't know. That's him as well, and some finding about this time. So it's the fish, and it's bull's horns, and it's kind of the sun in it. So that's how we know it in our times. We can see it every year for hours on television, the Pope doing stuff, and then we can see him wearing the mitra. So Dagon, to worship him, included to kiss his ring and shoe, just as they do today in the Catholic realm. To kiss his ring, everyone knows they do that. So here you have him again. He's clothed in this fish thing, and he's holding some hyssop, pergamon. In the Pergamon Museum you see this, and he's holding some hyssop and he's sprinkling water with it. Here too. That's what they still do with the holy water in the church. So what else is important to our religion? We got the sun. So it was Re Herakti, the sun god, whom Thutmose raised to the head of the pantheon of Egyptian gods. So suddenly it wasn't all the gods that there were, but it was the sun. That's also very prominent in our Roman system. Here, where does he have his residing? In the Lateran, that's in Rome. There you have this obelisk again, and it's Thutmose's obelisks, the one we just heard about. It came from Egypt to Italy. So the Lateran, what is it? It's the main papal residence in the southeast Rome. Rome, now we look at it. That's it. Here you have this Thutmose's obelisk, and that's the Lateran, the place, and here are several churches and stuff, and we're gonna look inside because I want to make a point about the Roman churches. Here, up here, are the heads of 2 dead people within these statues, and that's the main altar. And in front of this main altar you have someone buried. Here you see it again. Here it says the heads of Saint Peter and Paul are in there. And here you have a list which goes, and that one is buried in